Greetings, beloveds. The names that have been assigned to each, the energy signatures that each being carries, is indeed an aspect of the puzzle. Puzzle may hold a different reference point than a game. A game seems to be something that is won or lost. Yet a puzzle is a conglomeration, a collaboration of seemingly distinct aspects of beingness that come together in a grand mosaic, much like threads that are woven into a tapestry. If a game has a negative connotation, do not use this phraseology. And if it does, please indulge. Based on one's reference, based on one's neural network, based on one's incarnations, based on one's access to their records, you will take each aspect of light and you will apply a positive or a negative charge to it. There are some who love ice cream. There are some who do not. There are some who like pizza. There are some who do not. There are some who like avocados. There are some who do not. There are some who like roller coaster rides. There are some who do not. There are some who like flying. There are some who do not. These are seemingly opposite sides of the same coins. What you must be able to allow yourself to reference is your own particular choice, your own particular consciousness, the choices you have made, the decisions that you have made. And ultimately, you come to the recognition that there is an illusion. An illusion does not mean that what has been created is not valid. When you are in the world of illusion, there is indeed a sense of reality. Congratulations for what you have created. Appears to be real to you and is real to you. Yet at the same time, there is an aspect of beingness where this reality does not exist. And what is ultimately real is that you are as you ever have been, at one with Father. We know that there are many questions, and we are here to answer them. These smaller groupings of participants will be gathering. For now, we would invite you to bring forth your questions, beloveds. How may we be of assistance to you, brothers and sisters?
Good morning, Yeshua.
Good morning, beloved.
I think we're all a little bewildered. You say you put it into the words. Okay, wait, let me start over. You're using puzzle pieces, which I completely get. But you were human too, and you know that going through this and connecting all the puzzle pieces can be very overwhelming. And sometimes it's hard to center and balance yourself. And sometimes we get lost. We get lost for a day or two or three or a week. And is there an easier way to come back? Is there an easier way to allow that energy to just flow through you when you are so overwhelmed?
When your focus and your intention is looking through the dualistic universe, allow yourself to close your eyes and to use your breath to unhook from the mind, as the mind controls the body and the breath controls the mind. The moment at which you close your eyes to the dualistic nature and you begin to focus upon the breath, you bring yourself to a sense of stillness. In that stillness is the release. You must have a desire to free yourself. That desire lends itself to an intention. And then there is the allowing, and the allowing occurs when you make the choice, when you have the desire to disconnect. As long as you are caught in this dynamic, as long as you are continuing to invest your energy into this illusion, this game, this myriad of puzzle pieces, this mosaic, you will indeed feel powerless. You will indeed feel at the effect of, you will indeed feel victimized by your circumstances, that they are happening to you and that you have no power to mitigate them. There must be a moment of recognition, beloved, and the fastest and surest way to get to that is to come to a still point. Bring your attention to your breath. None of this is new. You know the answers to these questions before you ask them. And we will remind you, turn within and become still. And in that moment, it is not the inhale nor the exhale, it is the still point between. As you breathe in, allow yourself a moment of stillness before the exhale. And then allow the exhale to empty you entirely. And then bring yourself to a moment of stillness before the next inhale. There was a meditation that this beloved had learned at a very young age of inhaling to a count of 10, holding for a count of 3, exhaling for a count of 10, holding for a count of 3. When you practice this, it is an ancient practice. It brings you to a point of stillness. It brings you to a point of memory, of recognition of the truth of you, and it unhooks you from the belief that you are indeed a body, or you are indeed your circumstances, or you are indeed the miasma of thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you have imbued with your God will. Turn instead to the aspect of you that can create. And in that creation, make another choice, beloveds. The will is yours to use and direct. You are invited. You are never told. The aspect of time has indeed sped up. The event horizon that occurred yesterday will cause each of you to feel as if the accelerator is being pressed and things are speeding up. Be careful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your thoughts and your words and your actions. Bring instant forgiveness to that which you would judge, including yourselves. The levels of fear, the levels of darkness will indeed be fighting to maintain their dominion. And you are indeed the force, the tribe, the collective that has come together. Lead the way through example, beloveds. The inner work must be done. For when you step out into interactions from a place of stillness, from a place of knowing, there will your authenticity be felt. There will your words be listened to. For Each and every being is indeed a genius that can sense when words are being spoken that are not of the light, that are not of the truth, that have malintent. Clarify your intentions, beloved, and there you shall find your way. Does this answer your question, dear one?
Thank you, Yeshua. I believe it does. I hope it answers the question for many of us who struggle from time to time.
The struggle is a choice, beloved.
I'd like to see if April would like to unmute and ask Yeshua a question, if she's able.
Aw, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, hi, Yeshua. I I feel like that answered my question, and I feel like just being kind of humble because I know that I'm still learning to choose my thoughts and my intentions with more clarity. So I'm just obviously emotional today, and I'm honestly just really grateful that you're here. So thank you for bringing me here and helping me and loving me, and I just love you so much, and I know I throw my tantrums, but I just love you, and I just I know that I don't always see all of the signs completely clearly because 'cause I'm still clarifying my mind, and, I guess if you have any advice for me, I know you already give me that through the course, but I'm so humbled and grateful for you. That's all.
Beloved, I am grateful for you. For if you did not exist, I would not. We speak often, as you know. Your fears have a chemical component to them, in that without proper balance of sleep, nutrition, substance, liquid, rest from the fatigue, food that nurtures you, the cycles of human emotions, there is a chemistry that occurs at the physical level. And if that chemistry is out of balance, so too then the emotional body is out of balance, mental body is out of balance. Make sure, dear one, that you keep yourself balanced. All the circumstances that are meant to occur for you are indeed occurring. What will be your home, how you will express yourself in the world, has already been chosen by you, by each of you. How you will live in the path that you are upon was chosen by you. It is when you choose to say, this is not where I belong, this is not what I should be doing, this is not how this was supposed to happen, that you create your own turmoil. Were you to accept that you are exactly where you have chosen to be in accordance with the choices that you made, you could release yourself from all of the constraints that you place upon yourself. There has never been a prayer that has been made that has not been answered. Your song lifts the spirits of all who hear them, beloved. The strengthening of your voice, the courage that you bring forth as you make your videos, as you learn your songs, as you play your musical instrument. You lift the energy of those around you. Focus not upon yourself, focus upon the service to others. And here you shall find your freedom. Your lives now belong in service, beloveds. All that you have and all that you need is given to you. This beloved one is on a journey that is far beyond what makes sense, taking her deeply into her fears for security, for structure. She would not be able to make this journey without all of you. Beloved April, you are the doorway that allowed us to join in union with her, as you well know. For that we are deeply grateful. You are not forsaken, you are not forgotten. You truly will have all that you desire. Allow yourself to fall into the arms of grace and to know that the fear is when you have aligned yourself with the aspect of ego and the aspect of mind that allows you to forget. Forget the truth. Do not call it a game if that is a word that terrorizes you. Find one that works for you, but notice the moment that you have chosen the alignment with that dynamic and that it is different than when you choose to align with your heart and when you choose to align with love and when you choose to align with being of service rather than being mad about the circumstances of what you don't have. Find gratitude in what you do. This is another way of bringing yourself to release yourself from the chaos of ego. Look rather at what you can be grateful for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let those be your words that release you. I am deeply grateful. I am appreciative. I am thankful. When you can shift from what you do not have and what scares you to what you do have and what you love, what you appreciate, you shall find there is an instantaneous shift in the chemistry of the body, the heart, the mind. You have shifted your consciousness from that which is without to that which is, from that of ego to that of heart to that of love. Look at what you can do for another rather than what is not being done for yourself. And you have found your pathway out and back to the kingdom. You have much to be grateful for, beloved. Your gifts are extraordinary. Look within and find them. Your voice lifts the vibration of many when you share your music. Sing on behalf of God. Sing on behalf of the love that you feel. Sing on behalf of your gratitude. Beloved, would you write us a song of gratitude? And please share it with us. Let us know that for which you are grateful. Would you do that for us?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
We thank you, beloved.
There was one more question in the chat that I saw. Valerie was asking about what will happen to those who take the coronavirus vaccine.
It depends on their levels of consciousness, beloved. As one takes a flu vaccine, if one believes that one will become better, one will become better. If one believes that one will not become better, one will not become better. You must understand that all of this is designed by one's own belief structure, one's own mechanisms of thought. Consciousness occurs through several levels of superconsciousness, levels of consciousness, levels of subconsciousness, and levels of unconsciousness, dealing with the body mind, the emotional mind, the mental mind, the spiritual mind. As this vaccine is applied, it will interact and meet with the level of consciousness that is stronger regarding the vaccine itself. This applies to all situations. There are those who become out of balance and allow cancer to enter into their beingness. And they know that they will die of this disease, and they do. There are those who know that they will overcome, and they do. They use laughter, they use mirth, they use joy, they use colorful fruits and vegetables. They come towards life rather than pulling away from. There is a median point for all of you, beloveds. And above this line, you are making your ascension. And below, you can continue your descent. Raise your frequency in what you do, raise your frequency in what you say, raise your frequency in what you eat, what you drink, how you move, the time that you spend in nature. All of this will raise your frequency. Allow yourselves to stand underneath the golden sun, and you will bring to yourself a shift of the circumstances, because ultimately what occurs is the changing of the frequency of the thoughts of the mind. A different level is achieved. So each being will determine what occurs to them if they decide to partake. One moment, please. We use a different vocal registration than this beloved. The patterning of vocalization puts a strain upon the physical vocal cords. How else may we be of assistance, beloveds?
I believe that's all. Thank you, Yeshua.
Indeed.
But I would like to ask Tammy Hill. Do you have a question, Tammy?
Are you picking up on that? I'm not.
Yes, I am.
I have had question yet. I was thinking about some this morning. I wasn't thinking of asking now, but I suppose I could. I guess I would like to know why, this is just like a personal question. Why has it always been a struggle? I have ADD, that's the obvious answer, but I feel like it goes deeper. Why has it always been hard for me to take care of myself?
Beloved, there has been an identification with this label that has actually contributed to lower frequency for you. If you stopped calling forth this dynamic, it would cease to exist. It is worn much like a badge of honor. It is not necessary. It is part of the illusion. There has been a fracturing of your sense of worthiness, your sense of value, that has caused you to place more value in the illusion of that which exists outside of you rather than the value that is within. As you shift in consciousness from perceiving that there is a physical body, perceiving that there is a world that exists, that you are separate from, that you are distanced from, in this fracturing, it caused a schism and a disconnection. As you become more connected to yourself, there will seem to be less import and less value in that which seemingly exists exterior to you. This labeling has made you appear to be special, but it is a labeling that takes away from the truth of you. Were you to call yourself a beloved, were you to know that you and the Father are one, you would come to see that there is not a deficit. There is wholeness. Focus upon the wholeness, focus upon the oneness, and you will stop feeling that others carry more value and importance than you do. For all are one, and you will treat yourself with more kindness and with more love and with more respect, with more honor, with more dignity, with more reverence, with more kindness. For you are as worthy, beloved, as those whom you serve. Sacred selfishness is one of the most generous actions that you can take. For when you are well, truly from there, when your cup is full, you are then able to give and give and give. And then all feel full, and you realize that all are one, and you find your way back to love, back to truth. We thank you, beloveds. We shall speak with you again. All blessings upon you always.